Hello everybody. Welcome to online revision classes in fact. Today we are starting revision of history chapter 4, the Mughal Empire. Let's see the main points and understand it again. This chapter you have already learned in regular classes also, even in live classes also we have discussed, but as a part of revision just recapitulate your knowledge. Let's start this chapter.
Deals with the following subtopics: Mughals, Akbar, succession and relations, administration, progeny of Mughals.
These are the topics that you have already learned in this chapter. Who were the Mughals, all the Mughals name, but the table we have deleted from the syllabus, so no need to learn. Then all about Akbar, Akbar's policies and all. And then Akbar has derived that Sulki Kul that you will learn in detail.
Testimony of the grandeur of the great Mughals and their rich taste in art and architecture. Rathod gives an identity to the whole nation. Its importance in present times can be understood by the fact that on Independence Day, national flag is unfurled on its ramparts. There are many things about Mughals and their rule in India. Let us explore them. Babur established the Mughal Empire in India. Humayun got the throne, but was not able to maintain such a vast empire. Akbar added the most territory to the empire and is regarded as the most illustrious ruler of the Mughal dynasty. Jahangir was a lover of art. Mughal art and architecture reached their zenith during the rule of Shah Jahan.
Let's see this animation.
The Mughal dynasty laid its foundation in India in the early 16th century. The dynasty started with the coming of the first ruler, Babur, who crossed Afghanistan and reached the Punjab plains in 1526 AD. Babur was born in Farghana in 1483 and ascended the throne at a very young age. He defeated Ibrahim Lodi in the First Battle of Panipat. Babur was succeeded by his son Humayun in 1530. He divided his inheritance equally among his brothers, according to the will of his father. He started the construction of the Purana Killa, but could not finish it. Humayun was defeated by Sher Shah Suri and had to flee to Iran. He died in 1556 due to an accident on the staircase. Humayun was succeeded by his very young son Akbar in the same year. Akbar expanded the kingdom from Kabul to Bengal. He built the walled city of Fatehpur Sikri in 1571. The Navratans, or the 9 courtiers, found an important place in Akbar's court. Akbar started the new religion, Deen-e-Ilahi. Jahangir succeeded the throne after Akbar in 1605. He was the first emperor to open relations with the British East India Company in India. His empress, Begum Noor Jahan, was the real power behind the throne. Shah Jahan was Jahangir's third son, who was born in Lahore in 1592. He was a great connoisseur of art and architecture, building monuments like the Taj Mahal, the Jama Masjid, and the beautiful Shalimar Gardens in Srinagar. The majestic peacock throne is also from his time. Aurangzeb was the last emperor who sat on the Mughal throne in 1658. He was an autocratic ruler who was deeply religious, believing in the Islamic law of Sharia. The Mughal Empire reached its zenith during Aurangzeb's rule. The territorial extent of the empire was short-lived, as revolts of subsidiary rulers challenged its integrity. By the 17th century, the Mughal Empire had lost its glory, but had left behind a political legacy few people could ignore.
So students, in this video you saw from Babur to Aurangzeb. You have to just keep in mind all the Mughal emperor name, but no need to learn deeply. Just for understanding knowledge it is necessary, so I show you here. But no need to learn all the internal events of all the Mughal emperor. But yes, you have to mainly focus on Akbar's, that will come in your chapter also.
Babur, descendant of two great families, had the blood of Timurids and Mongols in his veins. Maternally, he was a descendant of Genghis Khan, ruler of the Mongol tribes in China and Central Asia. Paternally, he was a descendant of Taimur, the ruler of Iran, Iraq, and modern-day Turkey. Growth of the empire. Mughals, height of their power around 17th century, controlled most of the Indian territory extended from Bangladesh to Balochistan and from Kashmir to Kaveri Basin. The campaigns. Mughals invaded India as military rulers. Major military campaigns are marked in Indian history. Mughals carved out their empire in a short period.
Actually, Mughal invaded India first, and then they started controlling different territories. They gradually expand their territories over India.
Expedition to establish the Mughal rule in India.
See, it is a kind of date line, or you can say event line, from where they capture different territories and they spread Mughal empire all over India.
Defeated 1527 defeated Rana Sanga, Rajput ruler of Mewar. 1528 defeated Medini Rai, Rajput ruler of Gwalior, at Chanderi to establish control over Delhi and Agra. Akbar. In this topic, we will understand how Akbar was successful in establishing a vast empire. Akbar was the son of Humayun. He became emperor at the age of 13. He maintained good relations with Rajputs and gave them strong administrative offices. He was a huge lover of poetry. Akbar's military campaigns. After the death of Humayun, Akbar fought various battles to regain the prestige of the Mughal Empire in India. 1556 defeated Hemu in the Second Battle of Panipat. 1561 annexed Malwa after defeating Baz Bahadur. 1564 Gondwana in Madhya Pradesh annexed. 1568 Chittor seized from the Sisodias. 1576 defeated Uday Singh of Mewar and his son at Haldi Khati. 1578 to 1585 Gujarat, Bihar, Bengal and Odisha annexed. 1585 Kabul conquered. 1586 Kashmir and Kandahar and 1590 Lower Sindh captured. 1585 to 1605 Berar, Khandesh and parts of Ahmednagar in Deccan annexed.
This is important question in this revision. Succession and relations of Mughal emperor, how they were adopting this.
Mughals did not follow primogeniture custom, where the eldest son inherited his parents' property and right to rule. Mughals followed the customs of Kopasanuri for division of property.
So here you will learn two methods. Primogeniture. This is a custom where the eldest son got his parents' property, and the co-prencenary where all the properties divide equally amongst all the sons. The Mughals were following co-prencenary.
These disputes could be either between the father and son or among brothers. All Mughal rulers got power after fighting such wars. Relationships. Mughals maintained a working relationship with other rulers who were willing to accept their authority. They fought against rebels and challengers of authority and defeated them. They treated defeated rulers with honor and had allowed them to rule over their homelands, Watan. Mughals and Rajputs. Mughals, particularly Akbar, was keen to have friendly relations with Rajputs. He entered into matrimonial alliances with Rajput families. His Rajput policy was instrumental in making the empire stronger. He offered high administrative posts to Rajput rulers like Raja Man Singh. He had to face resistance from Sisodia Rajputs. Administration. Mughal administration was considered as one of the best administrative structure. Now let us explore the various pillars of Mughal administration. Mansabdari. Empire ruled over a vast territory and recruited diverse groups such as Iranians, Indian Muslims, Rajputs, and Marathas. They enrolled chiefs of different groups to govern their groups as Mansabdars. We can define Mansabdar as person in charge of a region and a special rank holder with some military responsibility.
I hope you understand Mughal administrative method. They were following Mansabdari. Now what is Mansabdar or what is the Mansabdari system? You have already learned. Mansabdar is a person who is in charge of region and special rank holders with some military responsibility. It is given here in last point. And the system empire ruled over a vast territories and recruited diverse groups such as Iranians, Indian Muslims, Rajput and Maratha, so they can control nicely and all over the territories.
The rank of a Mansabdar was determined by the number of horses he could maintain. His rank and salary was determined by the numerical value called Zat. It was mandatory for Mansabdar to maintain a specific number of cavalrymen. A Mansabdar got his salaries in the form of revenue assignments called Jagirs.
These are the important points of Mansabdari system. How was this system and how it was carried by the Mughal Empire, especially in the time of Akbar. Another method was Jagirdari. Jagirdar means noble shifted from one Jagir to another, often exploited village people. Here you can see Jagirdars paid salaries like that of Mansabdar.
Zamindari system. Zamindari system ensured a systematic collection of taxes and intelligence-related information. Zabt and Zamindari. Revenue was collected by Raja Todarmal. He was the Diwan, chief of revenue department of Mughal Empire. Tax was collected on a 10-year average system after a survey of land and crop yield for that region. The revenue system, which was based on factors such as quality of soil, cultivation, and continuity, was called Zabt.
This Zabt and Zamindar is specially followed by Akbar. So here you can see Raja Todarmal as a Diwan, and he collected revenue and he was deposited in Akbar's treasure.
Revenue system.
Land revenue system caused the peasantry exploitation to reach its extreme during the Mughal period. Mughals' revenue system was based on the models of revenue systems in Persia and
Central Asia. Progeny of Mughals. Shah Jahan.
He ascended the throne in 1628 AD. He built a new city as his capital, Shah Jahanabad. This is now a part of Delhi, capital city of India. Which of the options given below is correct? Question. Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan ascended the throne in. Your options are A. Monument of Love. The most famous tomb, Taj Mahal, was built by Shah Jahan in the memory of his beloved wife, Mumtaz Mahal. The following animation deals with the construction and story of its making. Let us also find out some facts about the Taj Mahal. The Taj Mahal, or the Crown of Palaces, is a white marble mausoleum located in Agra, Uttar Pradesh, India. It was built by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in memory of his third wife, Mumtaz Mahal. Taj Mahal is regarded by many as the finest example of Mughal architecture, a style that combines elements from Persian and Indian architectural styles. The construction of Taj Mahal began around 1632 and was completed around 1653, employing thousands of artisans and craftsmen.
Okay, so this all information of Taj Mahal is only for information.
Shah Jahan's military campaigns. During 1633 AD, Shah Jahan started military campaigns in the Deccan against Ahmednagar.
This part also we have deleted. Yes.
Aurangzeb. He was last among the great Mughals. His reign lasted almost 50 years. He defeated all his brothers and claimed the throne in 1658 AD. He faced many revolts from Marathas and Sikhs.
This part we are skipping.
Aurangzeb's military campaigns. 1663. Ahoms in the northeast defeated, rebelled again in 1680.
We are not doing it further because this part is not there, military campaigns, and that you not need to learn. Here let me tell you, Ahoms is a tribal community that you will learn in 7th chapter. Let's see this animation.
Aurangzeb was one of the great rulers of Mughal dynasty.
Just for information, keep in mind.
In the latter half of his reign, Aurangzeb spent his time in Deccan trying to suppress the rising power of the Marathas. He annexed Bijapur in 1686 and Golconda in 1687. However, this annexation not only expanded Aurangzeb's empire, but it also brought the Mughals into direct contact with the Marathas. During this annexation, Shivaji's son Sambhaji was executed. Sambhaji's son Shahu and the rest of the family were imprisoned. Raja Ram, Sambhaji's younger brother, carried on the struggle against the Mughals. After his death, his widow Tarabai led the struggle against the Mughals. For the next 18 years, many Maratha chiefs harassed and demoralized the Mughal forces. The emperor, who was old, now refused to negotiate with the Marathas. He tried his best to continue his campaign against the Marathas. However, Aurangzeb's attempts to crush the Marathas failed. Broken, defeated, he finally died in Ahmednagar in 1707. Due to the prolonged struggle with the Marathas, the Mughal Empire faced economic crisis. The struggle had almost drained the immense treasures of the Mughals. In the north, due to long absence of Aurangzeb, the administration was lagging behind. There was corruption, disorder, and laws were not followed properly. Gradually, the Mughal Empire came into ruins.
From 1698, He personally managed all campaigns in the Deccan.
Recapitulation. Babur established the Mughal Empire in India. Mughal Emperor Akbar maintained good relations with Rajputs. Akbar started the Mansabdari system. Ahmednagar was annexed during the rule of Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan. Aurangzeb's Deccan policies led to the decline of Mughal Empire.
Student, these are the different words you learn. Comprensionary, Mansabdar, Primogeniture, Jat. This meaning you will find in textbook also, and you can pause this screen and you can understand, read one more time. Okay, so student, chapter is over here. In this chapter you learn who were the Mughals, why they were called Mughals, from where they come and invaded Indian territories, who were the bravest ruler amongst all the Mughals, which policies they adopted, how were their administrative setup. Okay students, if you are having any doubt regarding any of the point what we discuss in this lesson, you can ask me anytime. Here we are completing this chapter. In next lesson we will start revision with another chapter of history or geography. Okay students, wait, let me show you mind map of this, so you will come to know about the important topics of this chapter. Here it is. Hope now it is coming on your screen. Yes. Mughal Empire, how they were succession and their lineages, their administrative setup, Akbar's policy. So main points, if you just reflect one time, then you will get to know what to write, where to write. Okay students. Okay, so we are ending this lesson. See you again. Bye bye.